Hi, this tutorial is created by pm-prep35.com. We are a free online training PMP training website, and in this tutorial I'm going to cover chapter 2 in PMBOK called as organizational influences and project life cycle. Basically, organizational influence, or the context in which the organization is positioned, or how the project will get affected by this organizational context, is called as organizational influence. And project life cycle is nothing but what are the phases the project can have, and what can be the relationship between these phases is what gets covered in this particular chapter. So let's get started with organizational structures. The influence of the organization, its structure and culture have an effect on a project. These factors are called as enterprise environmental factors. When you look at PMBOK, basically most of the processes have this concept of input, tools and techniques, and output. So a process takes an input, enhances or creates an output out of the input using some tools and technique. So that's how each of the process is looked at from PMBOK point of view. So out of these inputs, there is a very important input called enterprise environmental factors. The enterprise environmental factors is, as the name goes, it's the context in which the enterprise is positioned. Or in other words, what are the factors that can affect the enterprise or the external or internal environment? The external environment can be the country in which the whole thing is happening, or the project or the enterprise is functioning, or it can be an internal hierarchy or culture, a broad-minded culture, or you have a hierarchical structure within the organization, so that you need to follow a lot of processes. So there can be a flat organization structure, which means you don't have too many managers above you. You can directly walk into the CEO's room and you can talk to him face to face. That is applicable in case of smaller organization structure. Or it might be a longer organization hierarchy wherein your manager is probably positioned at the third or fourth level. So these are all examples of hierarchical structures and the influences or the culture in which your project or where you are working. The project manager should be aware of different organizational structures, styles and cultures in order to apply or influence those to different projects effectively. Understandably, the project managers are slightly more experienced than the project team members, basically because they need to have that exposure to different kind of projects. Most of the managers would have worked in a process oriented environment, or there will be these managers who have worked in different kinds of companies. Some might have worked from a startup company, they might have worked in a process oriented company. So this variety of experience is what counts to become a project manager, because you need to be a bit broad minded. Apart from people handling, you need to have influencing skills so that you can handle problems. So that comes only when you have worked in different environments. You have an understanding of different organization dynamics, how to deal with people, how to communicate with them. So these all gets covered when you work in different organization structures, where you get to meet people from different cultures, different backgrounds. So that's what gets covered. The project manager should be aware of different organizational structures. He should be aware, should be aware of different organizational structures, styles and cultures in order to apply or influence those to different projects effectively. Now, how is apply different from influence? Apply is, what to use where. Influence is when you have a problem, how you can push what you need, how you can get things done. That's what is influence all about. So a project manager should have both of these capabilities. So now let's look at some of the organization structures. Basically, you can have different kind of different kinds of organizational structures you may